What's happening, everybody? I am out here today at a home inspection that we are doing at one of the properties that we just put under contract. And obviously the home inspection is there to protect you as a buyer, but there are definitely some things that you can do when you're looking at houses initially during the tour process to kind of eliminate or spot potential issues before you guys even go under contract. So I wanted to go over a couple of those things today since we're doing this live as is. So one of the easiest things to look for are GFC outlets, right? So GFC outlets are by code required if an outlet is within 6 feet of a water source. So if your sink's here, you come over here, you should have a GFC outlet there. And you've got a refrigerator with a water line. And if you look right to the right, GFC outlet there. If utilities are turned on during the showing, always make sure that your gas fireplaces are working. Sometimes if you pull this back right down here at the bottom, you're going to see a little gas valve. Make sure that's turned on, but something real simple and easy to check. If the home has a patio, like this one, as you can see behind me, that's wood. One thing in Colorado to know is the sun, the wind, the rain, the cold tends to beat patios up. So you always want to make sure to look for signs of rotting. And then as kind of a cautionary thing, once you move in, plan on sealing or staining the deck every 2 to 3 years. Some things you might see if the deck is not sealed correctly or often enough are little cracks here. Nothing structurally wrong, but definitely something to keep an eye out for. And then under the deck, if you've got a raised outdoor patio, these are the joists that you want to take a look at to make sure that there's no rotting or anything near where either in the middle or where they adjoin the outside of the deck. If it's wintertime, it's a little bit harder to check, but during the summer, if you're touring the house, make sure you turn the AC on, make sure that fan's moving. Sometimes they'll have the manufacturer's date on there, but depending on how old it is, you just want to make sure that there's no erosion or rust or anything like that building up around the base. Other quick thing to look for, run the sink and the garbage disposal. Make sure no leaks, no corrosion or anything like that, and no water stains on the actual laminate in the cabinets. Something else in Colorado to keep an eye out for, especially down here in Castle Rock, it is extremely windy. So on the roof, we want to look at the corners and make sure there's no roof lift on any of the shingles. So as you're looking at the roof line, we just want to make sure that the shingles up here aren't any lift. Obviously, the inspector will get on the roof to check, but this is a quick thing you can do touring a house just to make sure there's no major issues right off the bat. Here's something real quick too. If you are buying a house here in Castle Rock, Colorado, obviously we have a ton of space to still build. And as you can see behind me, this location backs to open space. But that's not always the case. A lot of times this open space has plans for future development. So a quick check by your agent will tell you if this is permanent open space like this is here, or if it has future plans for development. Last but not least, 3 very quick last things. Make sure the sump pump is not full of water. Check for erosion and the manufacturer date on the water heater and the HVAC.